people, and welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are having a lovely day, and I'm hoping that this video is not up too late because I'm doing a little same day film, edit, upload, all that good stuff. If you watched yesterday's video, make sure you go back and watch that. We did a massive empties because y'all know your girl be using up her stuff. And I have so many awesome empties reviews for you guys to check out. So many amazing product recommendations and things to stay away from. So make sure you go check that out if you're not caught up yet. Today we're going to be talking about some hair growth products. If you have been paying attention to any of my styling videos, any of my hair tutorials, or any of my hauls that I did at the beginning of the year, you guys know that I have been testing out the Biotin Collection from Rizos Curls following some medical issues that I had. So I wanted to give you guys a full, pretty much empties product review. Half of these are empty, half of these are not. You'll understand why when we get through the review. I've been using these products for like 6 months, maybe a little bit more. And I really wanted to share this with you guys. Like, the hair growth products are really making their rounds right now. Products like the drops from Sacred are really, really popular and have really hit the ground running in the hair care market. And I don't really hear anybody talking about these. So if you are someone who's interested in using a product collection that is going to help fortify your hair, help encourage healthy scalp, and also help encourage healthy hair growth, then stay tuned, tap in. Let's talk about the Rizos Curls Biotin Collection. First things first, because I can't have my babies walking around stankin'. Today, I was done pretending that I am not feeding for fall, even though it's not quite fall-like outside. I smell like it is. Lathered myself in the Melted Skincare Marshmallow Cream and Oak Body Butter. This formulation is more to me like a body melt. This is like the grownest, sexiest, most seductive marshmallow. It's marshmallowy, it's a little bit spicy, it's a little bit oaky as well. And I have everything topped off with Unknown Pleasures by Kerosene. This is one of my favorite indie fragrance houses. This one right here is a citrusy gourmand, but it's very different from a lot of the others in that it is more smoky. This has lemon. There are biscuits in here. There is a really beautiful black tea in here as well. This is the perfect citrusy gourmand for the fall time. So I smell delicious. Guys, let's go ahead and get into the Biotin Collection. So at the top of the year, I went ahead and picked up the Rizos Curls Lengthening and Thickening Collection. And this features 4 products that are all targeted towards healthy hair growth, healthy scalp, strengthening the hair. We have the Biotin shampoo and conditioner, as well as their hair lengthening treatment serum and root thickening foam. So before we get into this review, I want to give you guys an idea of the issues that I was dealing with, because hair loss is not one size fits all. I do suffer with endometriosis. I've been living with it for most of my life. At the beginning of the year, I was hospitalized due to intense pain that was so intense that it made my blood pressure spike into stroke territory. While I was hospitalized and they were doing all the tests, obviously loading me up with contrast, they were also loading me up with pain medication. Now, over the years, I have experienced a little bit of additional shedding and hair loss due to having to frequently use pain medication. Narcotics, opioids, all of that good stuff can over time cause hair loss. I was heavily dosed with ketamine, fentanyl, and morphine throughout that entire stay. And specifically the fentanyl really had a huge effect on my body. After I was hospitalized, I would say a couple of days later, I went to wash my hair and it just felt completely foreign. It was really, really brittle. It was dry, and it was no matter how gentle I was, I had pieces that were snapping off. And I had huge chunks of hair just coming out. So that night when I was styling my hair, I had about this much hair just sitting in my hands. It was the biggest hair loss incident that I've had in a while. I lost a lot of hair, like right around here in the crown. And I've shown you guys throughout this year different places where you could see that there was breakage. They were maybe like this long at that point, and they were all in like little chunks. We're adding on to the fact that not only did my body have a really, really harsh reaction to the fentanyl, even though it did what it needed to do at the time, I also was severely anemic. So when I was admitted into the hospital, I already had heavy bleeding on top of the fact that I had a ruptured ovarian cyst. We don't know how large it was because it's on one of the ovaries that I don't have my full ovary. That ovary has had a lot of work done to it. And so there was a lot of free fluid already kind of just chilling. So 9 times out of 10, I was bleeding on top of bleeding. So I was severely anemic and have been having a hard time getting my iron levels back up to where they need to be. So in using this regimen, I have used this both when I had an iron regimen and when I did not have an iron regimen. I have used it when my levels were low and when I have been getting my levels back to normal. So do consider that as well, that I have seen the results of these products without having normal vitamin intake and with having normal vitamin intake. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into each product. I'm going to break it down. You guys are also going to get demos, all of that good stuff. So let's talk about the Biotin shampoo and conditioner first. These two products I actually really, really adore, but I am very particular in how I use both of these products. Let's talk about the shampoo first. This is the Biotin shampoo that supports longer, stronger, and thicker hair. On the front of the bottle, it says it strengthens, reduces shedding, and gently cleanses. So this right here, the shampoo does not have any hair growth claims on it, okay? The marketed ingredients on the front label are biotin, botana oil, and rosemary oil, and this is 95% naturally derived as well. I also love the packaging on these products. You just twist the cap, comes out, everything flows freely. It's a really nice wash day experience when you use these products. Biotin shampoo features biotin and natural ingredients that support longer and stronger hair from roots to ends, while gently cleansing for softness, nourishment, and shine. Key ingredients are biotin, botana oil, rosemary oil, and oat protein. So it supports hair length and strength, reduces shedding, gently cleanses, improves hair health, deeply nourishes, softness, and shine. And it says to apply to scalp and massage into lather, rinse thoroughly, and then follow with their biotin conditioner. That is a really important step in this, y'all, and I will tell you why in a minute. Let's talk about the ingredients to this, because this has a packed and stacked ingredient list. The first ingredient is water, obviously. Then we have decyl glucoside, sodium lauryl, sarcosinate, and then there is biotin. There's the botana oil in there, hydrolyzed oat protein, rosemary leaf oil, and moringa seed oil. So that's just the first 5 ingredients alone. We have those marketed ingredients very high up in this formulation, but I also want to note that there is also panthenol in here. We have peppermint, lemon, and alfalfa extracts, as well as aloe vera and spearmint. That is followed by some hydrolyzed pea protein as well. This formulation is packed with strengthening ingredients. I treat this shampoo as kind of like a protein treatment in itself. This shampoo is a really awesome cleansing experience, and it really does stand out amongst a lot of the other cleansers in my collection. This comes out very thick. This is a very thick, almost kind of heavy shampoo. So this is a product that you need to make sure you're taking your time when applying and rinsing it out. But although this is thick, this has so much slip, which I think is a very smart move. If we're talking about focusing on keeping the strands intact, reducing breakage, that slip right there is impeccable for someone who was dealing with a lot of breakage and hair loss. I was really shocked the first time I used this. I was like, oh shit, like fingers are gliding through. Like that was a new one for me. They don't market that in here, but I feel like they should, because the slip in this product is beautiful. This gives you a very rich, velvety lather in the hair, Even though this does have some very gentle cleansers in it, it does get your hair thoroughly cleansed. This does the work of cleansing, adding that moisture back the way a moisture shampoo should, but this also does go in and add a lot of strength to the hair. Your hair feels fortified after you rinse this out. This product is great, but I do not recommend using this and going straight into anything else other than the conditioner that comes with it. It says to follow with the conditioner, and that's not necessarily something that I 100% hold to. I mix my stuff all the time. With this right here, you need to use the conditioner that comes with it. You need to use the conditioner that comes with it, because using this and then going in with a different conditioner every single time, I have hated my experience. My hair has felt odd. It has felt overly strengthened if I'm not using the conditioner in the collection. So I do highly recommend that you guys heed that direction. Using this in conjunction with the conditioner is a beautifully pleasant experience, but this in conjunction with other things. You can go in with a softening conditioner after you use that conditioner, but just going in from this to a different conditioner, the results are not favorable. All right, now let's talk about our shampoo's companion, the Biotin conditioner. This also has the same claims that it supports longer, stronger, thicker hair. And this one also boasts the biotin, botana oil, and rosemary oil. This one is supposed to help strengthen, provide frizz control, and luxurious softness. And I forgot to mention, both of these do come in 10-ounce containers, so you do get a decent amount of product in here. Both of these go a very, very long way, I will say that. Let's look at the specs on the conditioner. So for the biotin conditioner, this features biotin and natural ingredients that support longer and stronger hair, while deeply conditioning for softness, frizz control, and shine, provides extra slip for easy detangling and protection from shedding and breakage. Again, the key ingredients here are biotin, botana oil, rosemary oil, and oat protein. And it says that it supports hair length and strength, reduces shedding, deeply conditions, improves hair health, luxurious softness, and adds frizz control. So it says, after shampooing with our biotin shampoo, apply thoroughly to wet hair, leave in a few minutes, comb through, and then rinse out. So this right here really surprised me as far as a rinse out conditioner goes. This to me is a treatment. This is not just a regular rinse out conditioner. This is a treatment product. Again, let's look at these ingredients. We have water, glycerin, CDR alcohol, caprylic capryl triglyceride, and then we have the biotin, the botana oil, hydrolyzed oat protein, rosemary leaf, all of that directly following the conditioning agents in this. So they are still very, very high up. Then we have panthenol. There is that peppermint, lemon, and alfalfa in here as well as the spearmint. And then there also is hydrolyzed pea protein in here as well. This is another product that is packed with strengthening ingredients. The biotin is a strengthening ingredient. The protein additions in here, the wheat protein, the pea protein, are strengthening ingredients, even though they are gentler, as opposed to using like a full-on like Apogee protein treatment. To me, using these two together in itself is a protein treatment, and that is how I treat these. So these are not empty bottles because I don't use these every time I wash my hair. I don't overdo protein treatments. Even as a fine hair natural, I get a lot of benefits from protein, right? Especially in the summertime, but I do not overdo it. Overdoing protein can make your hair overly dry and overly brittle, so I am mindful. So I will usually use this about 1 to 2 times a month and switch this out with other, obviously, you know, cleansing steps and things like that. This really surprised me. So this also has the same type of cap. This formulation is very thin, but it has a lot of substance to it. You can kind of see in the demos that it almost kind of has like that stringy, almost kind of like mucilage and cream consistency. And that is perfect, especially if you're somebody who is dealing with a lot of breakage. There are trade-offs when it comes to products and natural hair, and some brands can kind of infuse other things that you may be missing. But as a general rule of thumb, the thinner a product is, the more slip you're going to get out of it. This gives superb slippage. It feels amazing in the hair. It's great for detangling. So I like to apply this to each half of my head. I do use quite a bit, but like, even though I feel like I use quite a bit, like I can't believe that I've had this bottle for this long. I usually would have been used up a conditioner like this a while ago. I apply this to each section of my head, and I really just work it in. Like, I just keep working it in, smoothing it in, and you can feel the tangles loosening in your hair as you continue to work it in. Once you have it all the way worked in and thoroughly coated, fingers just slide through. You can comb through it, you can brush through it. It is a beautiful conditioning experience. Rinsing this out, the hair is shiny, the curls are popping, everything feels really light and silky. When I just use the shampoo and then I go in with a different conditioner right after it, my hair does not feel silky. It doesn't feel soft. It just feels odd. These two together, I do not recommend using this and not using this. I will just say that. Just buy them together and use them together. Now, after I use these two, my hair does feel really, really strong. So some days I might go in with a softening deep conditioner afterward, the same way that I would with any other protein treatment. So my pattern treatment mask, I go in with a conditioner after that, a softening conditioner. Any like true protein treatment, I go in with something softening after. I don't always feel like I need to, but I typically do when I use these, and I have amazing results. The hair comes out really soft, just deeply nourished, fortified, all of that good stuff. The curls are popping. Yeah, I love them. Together, the system itself makes so much sense in the way that it treats the hair. These are the products that have our like growth claims and things like that. These are the products that if you wanted to skip the cleansing system, you could. These two on their own, like you can use them regardless of what you're washing your hair with. We have the hair lengthening treatment serum and the thickening foam. These are recommended to be used together because they do technically have different purposes, even though they feature different ingredients. So let's talk about the first step in our scalp treatment process. Now, over the last several months, I've mentioned pretty much every time I have done some type of product review styling video that I already have my scalp treatment products in my hair. These are the scalp treatment products that I am mentioning. So first things first, the hair lengthening treatment serum. This is clinically proven to provide longer and stronger hair. It supports length, strengthens, and aids in scalp health. And this comes in a 4.2 fluid ounce container. This is a tiny container, but it has lasted me since like February. So you don't need to buy this like 3 months at a time. And I will mention how I use that as well. The hair lengthening treatment serum is a treatment specifically designed to support longer and stronger hair, fortifies hair at the root, and creates a healthy scalp microbiome to promote length. And all of these, like with these growth claims, there is an asterisk next to them. It does note that these claims are based on a 90-day third-party clinical study when using with hair lengthening treatment serum and root thickening foam regimen. So this isn't an either-or type of situation, it's both. Results that it's claiming are clinically proven to improve hair length and thickness in 90 days. The key ingredients in this are L-arginine, saw palmetto, turmeric oil, arnica, ginger oil, moringa oil, castor oil, and aloe vera. And it says that it supports length, strengthens, improves scalp health, reduces shedding, provides fuller hair, and fortifies roots. So to use this product, You need to divide your hair in sections and apply directly to scalp on wet or dry hair. Work product in using fingertips and allow to absorb for 2 to 3 minutes, followed with the thickening foam, okay? So when I use this product, I don't do huge sections. What I did was I kind of really focused on adding this in the areas where I noticed the most damage and the most loss. So that was around like my hairline here, and here, and then also right in that crown area where I had those really like concentrated patches of breakage. This is so easy to apply. It applies like a true serum, comes out clear. And so I just add it wherever I need it to. I love that we have the targeted applicator. And then I just massage it in for just a couple of minutes. And then I go in with its companion foam. Let's talk about the ingredients in this. So the first 5 ingredients are water, polysorbate 80, and glycerin, then allantoin, arginine. So those are the first 5 right there. The allantoin and the arginine are in the first 5 ingredients, and then that's directly followed by the turmeric root, aloe vera leaf, sweet almond, clary sage, soybean extract. There's some wheat germ extract in here as well. And then that's followed by a lot of different triglycerides, as well as some like castor oil, ginger root oil, things like that. So first things first, this, even though it has ingredients that are still being studied, I will say they're still being studied in relation to hair growth, this does still have quite a few essential oils in it. So if you're allergic to essential oils, be mindful of that. I feel like a lot of y'all just pick up stuff off the shelf and don't know what the other ingredients are in it. You just think that it's going to be a miracle because it says it is going to help you grow your hair. And if it has ingredients in it that you're allergic to, it might make it worse. I made sure that I did my research before I picked these up, so I don't have any sensitivities to any of the ingredients in here, any known sensitivities. So this does mention a third party, like 90-day like clinical study. That is, anytime that you have a company mentioning things like that, that is them basically self-reporting their own findings. I think there's like a more recent study from like 2022 that discusses the effects of L-arginine in conjunction with biotin, but those studies are conducted obviously not on people, but those ingredients are being used internally and not topically. And so I think that this entire collection kind of gives that vibe, if that makes sense. We have that introduction of the biotin as well as the infusion of the arginine and the allantoin, which is going to kind of help soothe and really support a healthy scalp environment as well. So is it backed? Kind of. It's not empirical data. It's not peer-reviewed fully, okay? So it's in the kind of stages. So now let's talk about this, because I feel like I need to talk about results as these two being in conjunction with one another. So then we have the Thickening 2-in-1 treatment and styler. I do not use this as a styler. I just use this on my scalp. And this, again, clinically proven for thicker and fuller hair. Also highlights the L-arginine, oat straw, and arnica. So this is supposed to give thicker hair, boost volume, and reduce breakage. And this also comes in a 4.2 ounce container. This one still has a teensy-weensy bit left, so I'll finish it off. The Thickening Foam 2-in-1 treatment and styler, specifically designed to thicken hair at the root instantly and over time. Improves hair thickness, reduces breakage, boosts volume at the root, and visibly improves hair health. The results are clinically proven to improve hair length and thickness in 90 days. And the key ingredients are the L-arginine, oat straw extract, arnica, saw palmetto, moringa oil, blue agave, and peppermint oil. This says that it gives thicker hair, it boosts volume, fuller hair, reduces breakage, strengthens, and improves hair health. So it says to, after using the hair lengthening treatment serum, apply foam directly to roots, focusing on areas where hair is thinning, which is what I do, and then follow with regular styling routine. Okay, so after I let the serum kind of marinate and do its thing, then I will go directly into those same areas with my treatment foam. The first 5 ingredients in this are water, glycerin, cocamidopropyl hydroxy, sultane. That's what's in here that's going to help make it foam. Then we have arginine, saw palmetto, so those are the first 5. That's followed by oat straw, and then you have like your oils, your peppermint, the blue agave. So the marketed ingredients in all of these products are very, very high up. These formulas are very concentrated, which I do appreciate. Both of these products together, one give like that really nice soothing effect. You can feel that there's like a peppermint, rosemary kind of aspect to this, which I do enjoy. What have I noticed over time personally? And this is both with me using this without the help of my iron and with the help of my iron. I have noticed that the places where I had hairs that were like little chunks that were broken off in these little sections are growing out beautifully. I do find that I do have areas like here that were just like, at one point they were just patches. And I've always had thinner edges like around this area, like you guys have seen them before. But it was to a point where there was almost nothing there. Like I didn't have nothing to lay down. Now I got all these babies. And I'm sure you guys have noticed when I've been styling, especially on this side was really bad. I have so much new growth. So many new babies. And they are curly and they are thick and very healthy. Some of just the pieces around here that I didn't fully lose but were just slightly thinning are a lot longer now, like to the point where they're kind of getting on my nerves. I'm not used to that anymore. I do feel like I am seeing results with this. There is no way that I can say clinically that this is going to grow your hair, but I do feel like it is helping and aiding in the process of me trying to grow my hair back out from the state that it was in. Overall, using all of these in entirety, it does make my hair feel fuller. It does make everything feel thicker. Now, feel. I'm not growing new follicles. It makes them feel. It makes the hair feel more fortified, and it really does make the scalp feel extra healthy. The additions of the L-arginine. So L-arginine is an ingredient that is being studied in hair care, not just for growth, but also in the way that it is supposed to help stimulate the hair follicle. And it not only feels amazing, these products in the hair, but I do feel like I am seeing results. Those pieces that were like itty bitty, have been coming back really well. And I'm sure that even like over the last few months, like I have noticed that I don't have as much halo frizz. Halo frizz can kind of be like one of those first indicators of breakage. That means that you have pieces in your hair that are not the same length as everything else. That's one of the first things that my stylist checks when I go sit in her chair is, do we have like these broken pieces? That is something that's really common with vitamin D deficiency as well as iron deficiency. So like be aware of that. Do I think that these are like miracle products? No, but do I think that they're doing what they're intended to do for me? Yes. As far as usage goes, I use the shampoo and conditioner once to twice a month. And then for the last 6-ish months, well, I guess it's more than 6 months now, almost. I don't like to use these every single day because I don't like to over manipulate my hair, but I do use these on both wet and dry hair throughout the week. And so using these 3 to 4 times a week, every week, not bad. Like I have some weeks where I get off. Like obviously if I'm having a really bad flare up, I'm probably going to not feel like taking the extra time to put these in if I have to do my hair at the time. But I've been consistent and they last for a good bit of time. Overall, I've been really happy with my results. I think that these products do what they say they're going to do, and even though I think there obviously does need to be more research in some of the marketed ingredients in order to make like full claims, I feel like the claims that they're making, they make sense. Like they make sense. I don't think that they're over promising. Overall, this collection is telling you that it is going to help strengthen the hair. It is going to help provide the optimal scalp environment for growth and help stimulate the follicle, to help encourage that thickening, and that there are ingredients in these products that are going to help make your hair feel thicker and give you a more volumized look. And I feel like they do that. If you are interested in these, I think that they're actually really worth the money. They're products that I'm going to continue to use, because one, like this is an uphill journey, but two, my iron is still questionable. I have heavy periods, so it just is what it is. My iron is still questionable, and so I like that I have that extra layer of strength added to my hair. I feel like these products have allowed me to help continue in my growth journey without incurring additional breakage and unnecessary wear and tear to the hair. The products are super slippery as well, so you're not doing any additional tugging and pulling that's going to cause you to lose more strands. Like I said, these products do contain essential oils. We do know that essential oils can be irritating to some people. A lot of people have allergies to essential oils, so you need to be mindful of that. You got to do your research before you put these products on your head, y'all. But I do think that they are phenomenal. The only warning is that these two 100% need to be used together, and then also these two need to be used together. If you're trying to get the best result, it's a system. It's not a just pick and choose and play and switch. It's a system. I love them. I'm really happy with my results. And I really wanted to give you guys basically like a pretty much almost empty review of these products. I wanted to use them for an extended period of time. And overall, like these have definitely helped me. I've seen results with these when my iron was still in the toilet, and I have continued to see results as I've been building that back up. And that is getting better. So it's just kind of creating an even more optimal environment, and just helping everything out. So I am really enjoying these. Would I recommend these? Yes, if you're willing to take your time to do the research, you know what your goals are. I was not looking for something like minoxidil. So I had no expectation that I was just going to be having all this hair growing in like weird places and stuff like that. That's not what I was looking for. If you want something like minoxidil, you have to go get minoxidil. It's really the only thing that is clinically studied and proven to grow hair. Okay. But there are also downsides to it. I'm a pet owner. Minoxidil is extremely toxic to pets. So I've chosen other things that help me to create a perfect environment to achieve optimal hair growth. And that's what these do. If you are very much aware of what you're buying into when you pick these up, then yes, I highly recommend them. But if you are looking for a magical product that's suddenly going to take you from having 2 hairs to 5,000, that's not what these are. But they are phenomenal. All right, baby dolls, that is it for this video. I hope this was thoroughly helpful to you guys. This has definitely been like a really great staple in my routine this year. It has been my most consistent routine this year, and I am loving the results that I'm getting from it. I'm loving the way my hair feels. I'm loving the strength that I'm getting back. I'm loving that these products make me feel like the hair that I knew before it all just kind of got wrecked. You guys let me know if you have tried these products. Have you had any reactions to them? Things like that. And if you are seeing results, what results do you feel like you are seeing? And let me know if this video was helpful to you in any kind of way. I know that there are so many other like viral products on the market. I know y'all love them sacred drops. Will I try them eventually? Maybe. But right now, I'm really, really happy with what I have. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you have had a beautiful weekend. Now that I am feeling better, I will see you on Wednesday. Love you guys. Bye.